championships. All my I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit it here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 951. Great.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones the intended target, but it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Gun.
Play action. It's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Every
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 180. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Ready?
Now Newton on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. I got one.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
3 down. 36.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready? 51. Watch one. Hey! Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally to the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
The first carry now, this is Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Watch out.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey? Oh, wait, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Still's the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Ready? 51's the mark. Quit talking about it and play it. Ready?
Throwing again. Newton. That's caught by Howard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now it's Newton. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss.
Let's go. Henry. You got it. Go. 59's Mike. Check. Over.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for him throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check my 50. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 43's the mic. 43.
Well, I think this is a free play for Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down. And for the moment, a big loss, but we do have a penalty marker to attend to. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Newton to throw. And he fends him off. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Here goes. Right to the 3.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make our score 9-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Oh, try. 22, check, cover. 22, check. Oh,
fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now here we go on 4th down with Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Newton. And Stills bringing it in. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Newton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Throwing again is Newton. He's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 16, Cardinals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
We got this.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now Murray off play action. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 55 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Check, 43.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's more on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Yeah, Jay. Mike's 5-9. Get that corner.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that is incomplete, 7 seconds remaining.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Rolling to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Big ad. Showing up. Any weapon. Wahoo.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
36-yard line.
I got motion. Mike 59.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It's Williams on the catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Now, he's got their only touchdown. This offense struggling. They target him again.
Everyone is looking for the hot hand, and sometimes you just don't have it. Maybe it's just lukewarm. But you go to that guy and try and turn it hot. Try and get things going. Find a way to get everything kick-started. As you noted, he has their only touchdown, so he's had the most success in the game thus far.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Check 26, check. Come on. Check 59.
Right back to him on first down. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 17, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Murray eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Check the backer, check the backer.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. Open man is Kirk, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Gun. That's rock now. Check 24. Watch 24. What is it?
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Newton escaping the pressure right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Throwing on second down. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ashawn Robinson. Too much to handle that time. Gets the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. From the 50, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Panthers going for it on fourth. Newton. They still can't get him. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position.
25, check 25. Hey, who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Shotgun now from Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Panthers will get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out. Not over.
As you said, 2-score game still. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Byron Murphy. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go, baby.
Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. That is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Murray and company going for it on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second and a yard, Newton got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. 7 yards there and a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it in? And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Newton throwing again. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Panthers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.